Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we are once again back in Bensalem and once again back at the river access, as you can see behind me. Although access, they've kind of boarded that up and now it just says Delaware River A. I don't know, maybe they ran out of wood. Anyway, we're gonna go in there and check this place out. We haven't been here in just about a year, and we're gonna go in, see what changed, and just have fun walking around. So let's go check this out. So obviously the first thing that has changed, as you could see from the sign, that there is no access to the river anymore. Last time I was here, they just had some concrete blocks blocking this off. Now, not only do they have these yellow ballards, or whatever they're called, but they have also blocked the ramp with a bunch of rocks. So this definitely looks a lot different than what I was used to growing up, as I used to come here a lot with my dad and his friends. But the landscape around here always changes, and we're gonna go in there and check that out. But this is wild. I've never seen it like this. So I'm guessing with the older benches like this one, as well as this one over here, they're probably updating it, or they're getting rid of them altogether. I'm not sure. But the wood, or the plastic wood, whatever it was that was on there, I think it was regular wood, is definitely missing. And there's one down here too, but this is one of the newer style benches. The river level is moderately high today. Got Jersey over there, the Chamonix State Park way down there. It's, I don't know, a little more than a mile. I don't know the exact measurement. But I'm curious to see how everything has changed in here. I mean, the landscape, as I said, is always changing. Especially now that I don't come here as often as I used to. I had mentioned in previous videos here that this used to be my go-to place to come to just walk around and relax in the morning. I'd have my coffee, I would take some pictures, maybe a couple videos, long before I started going into Chamonix, and much longer before my YouTube channel. Oh, they have a gate closed. I don't see any signage though. Only signage there is on the gate that it says it's temporarily closed during an event, which obviously there's no event going on here today. Today is Sunday, February 9th. It's the day of the Super Bowl. So I figured just to kill some time, I'd come out, make a quick video, just a relaxing one. And this was the spot I decided to pick. So yeah, the gate was open. It was just looking shut. But these steps here are, I'm guessing, just as old as Bryn Mansion. And again, I have previously mentioned you could look up the history of this place, Penryn. Very, very interesting history, very rich in history, especially local. But these steps, I've seen them with my own eyes in much better condition than what they are. But I'm sure they're not used anymore. These were most likely just used for stepping down onto a boat, like maybe a boat would pull up as far as it could and there'd be like a little bridge to get on. One can only speculate. And this, I guess it's a retention wall, is very old and it goes down pretty far, but it is deteriorating over the years. Far worse than what you see right here. Some of these trees are pretty old, you could tell by their size. I mean, some trees grow quicker than others, but these have obviously been around for quite some time. And these signs that you see posted, they're just from the Bucks County Park property thing saying no hunting, shooting, all that. You can fish here, and many people do. I've run into quite a few people fishing over the years that I used to come here. A lot of them are pretty nice people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. How this tree is still standing is beyond me. I would assume at some point this one's going to come down. It's pretty tall. but very hollow. So just a couple days ago was my my 50th birthday, and very weird when you enter a new decade. But I wanted to say thank you to everyone that gave birthday wishes during the pre-birthday hangout live event, and even since then, they were very much appreciated. And this tree here is just something I've always taken notice of over the years as I came in here. At one point, this tree was alive in the shape that it's in now, outside of being less hollow. But it's sad to see this one's gone. But at least, you know, its shell still remains there. And here's where I was talking about. You can see the wall is very dilapidated from the erosion of the water, and in some places it's not even existing. And so you can see the base of it in the water, and that's about it. This little beach area here, although it's even less of a beach right now with the higher level of water, is usually my go-to place to sit and just, you know, kind of think or whatever, just be in a peaceful quiet outside of the being able to hear 95 and the way distance. But even here, the land has changed. The path used to go through here, but as erosion has happened, you can now see that the path from people walking here is wearing this way. I see a lot of trash here, and I said that the last time I was here, but I think there's even more now. I mean, to the people that come here and hang out and fish and everything, I would ask that you do the community a favor by like bringing trash bags with you and taking the trash bags out, or at the very least, I mean, bag it up as you're here and leave it on the trail. And then maybe some, you know, some environmental conscientious person might do you the favor of picking it up. Or maybe, I don't know if the park, it's a county park, I don't know if it has maintenance that goes around, but maybe they'll do that. But it'd be a lot easier for them to pick up if it wasn't scattered all over the place. I mean, I get it, but I don't know, you just got to have more respect for nature than this. But here you can see the base of the wall, like I said, in the water, and this wall is leaning. It's been leaning for quite a few years. Eventually it's going to go, and then all you'll see is the base of that. And you can see scattered parts of the wall down here. Way down that way, in like the center of your screen, you can see where the wall is a bit more intact there. This one just went around this beach area. Yeah, man, a lot of trash. I think this might have been one of the main reasons I stopped coming here as much. Just the amount of trash. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the park needs to get more ranger activity in the area and have them actually go into the wooded areas instead of just pulling into the parking lot and leaving. I'm not saying that's what they do, I don't know. But one can only guess based on the amount of debris down here. But enough complaining about the trash. That's not why you're here. You're here to watch the walk. And just off of the main trail, there's a place that I've shown before. I think I'm on the right trail. I know the last time I did a video, I went down the wrong trail too soon. I'm pretty sure this is it. It's just not so much a trail anymore. But it would lead to an area back here that was mostly sand and not as much in the way of trees and stuff. I mean, some of these trees, these small ones, they can grow up quick. Yeah, this is definitely it. The groundhog hole is still there from when I was here a year ago. Doesn't look any different. But this is about the area where you would see, at times there was remnants of a fire somebody had. One time, well, one period of time that I was coming down here, people were collecting the trash around here and made like a little little monument of sorts. And I have pictures of that, and I'll see if I can include them in here so you could take a look at that. I mean, it was cool, I guess. Bottles and stuff like that. But I literally have hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures that I've taken down here over the years. Little odd artistic shots, something, you know, like I'd do that, but I'd focus it more on it, or, you know, something like that. Anything that caught my eye, I would just take a picture of it and just kind of hang out in the peacefulness of nature, all alone, early morning. It was very therapeutic. Much like in my previous video, the video I did over in Bryn, Athyn at the train wreck site, I'm hearing random shots being fired, and I do know that there's gun ranges around us. There's some behind us between here and the Chamonix State Park, and then there's some ahead of us. I think the ones ahead of us are, they might be for the Philadelphia police. I'm not sure, but I thought they were further away that I wouldn't be able to hear that. So maybe there's another one closer. We'll go down here, see if we can make out the Center City skyline. Although we can't see as much of it here as we can from the Chamonix, but it's kind of sticking up a little. There you go. You could just about barely make it out. You can see the taller buildings sticking up, but can't see too much of it from here. Like I said, the Chamonix has a better view of like more of the city somehow. And it's weird how the weather and the time of day and everything affects how much of the Center City skyline you can see and how big or small it looks. I've noticed that in the Chamonix when I've been there, that sometimes the city line looks a lot closer and clearer, other times it looks further away and less visible. Little optical illusions, I guess, based on the circumstances. But so from there, from where we originally started with the with this clip of me looking at the skyline, I've since walked down to an area that I used to come on quite often. It's a little beach area, and I would enter from here, but due to the water line being higher, I can't get in from here. I will see if I can walk around there and get to what little bit of beach is there. Might be able to, might not. All depends on the brush. Now as I'm walking over, you can see this little area of water here. It's more like swamplands, basically. A lot of geese hanging out in there. You'll usually see some ducks, maybe some herons. I think I saw a heron flying away as I walked up. But we are here at that little beach area. Just looking to see if there's a place I could just step down onto it and not fall on my butt. There we go. This will work. So right now, this is my first time being on this beach, which, like I said, usually it extends out to there, and that's where I would come down. But right now with the water level, this is all that's here. And somewhere right along here, there used to be a bench that somebody made out of just the fallen pieces of trees and stuff. Maybe a couple 2x4s they found, but that's been long gone. But there again is the towards Center City. The geese are a little upset about something over there. Always seems to happen. Maybe they just sense me. But if you follow this beach down there, you will see where the land is a bit more well groomed, and I do believe that's a part of what they call the Andalusia house, which would also be known as the Biddle estate. And the Biddles were the people that made Andalusia, or they had a big part in making it. I'm not going to go down too far because I don't want to trespass. And I could see a sign on the tree over there, something about cameras or whatever. No trespassing. But you can see part of the estate there. And they do have some older style little buildings on there, and they have a gardens, all of which you can tour. And I know that they don't mind people filming in the garden area, but they don't want people filming in the house. So at some point I'll get over to the gardens when it's in full bloom and we can check that out, which I've been saying that for a couple of years now too, but someday it's on the list. So yeah, I took some rather interesting pictures down on that beach. I found these things I guess were some kind of seaweed, but they looked like tentacles. I had pictures of that. I had video of sunrise over there. I had all kinds of pictures throughout this entire park. And this right here was a trail. I mean, you can kind of see it, but there's a tree that's down, and I'm hoping it's not the tree that I was thinking of, because one of my early times coming here, first time, I took a picture of a tree and it looked like it had like a little face on it with like a beak, and I'll see if I can find that picture, and I may even have a comparison as to what it looked like the first time I was here versus when I came back and made my very first YouTube video here, which was back in 2020. And or maybe I'll just put that clip in, but it was somewhere here, and you could see where the quote beak part was, but it had healed over. Right now I'm just looking around at the different trees. Pretty sure it wasn't one this thin. No, would not have been that one. I think it was a little further in. I was looking at this one, but I don't think this was it, because you'd be able to see the heel mark and it would have been facing out this way. This is why I'm saying I hope that this tree that's down wasn't that tree, because, well, I mean, it doesn't have sentimental value or anything like that, but would just kind of stink. So once I got closer to the tree that's down, I realized that couldn't be it, because it had regular looking bark. And then I looked to my right, and here it is. So you can kind of see where I got that, like over there and there, those little slits look like closed eyes. And this area here, that's where that quote beak was coming out of. And I mean, it still kind of looks like a face a little bit. A weird face, but a face. And again, you can kind of see some of the Biddle estate through the trees a little bit. But if you keep walking on this path, which, you know, comes off of the right of the main path coming in, you'll eventually either get to State Road, or they'll lead you around and about to the parking lots for Bryn. And the only reason I know that is from traversing through these entire woods in one video looking for a burial crypt. And I didn't find it in the first video, but I came back and I did find it, and it's actually closer to State Road near the entrance, not too far from that. The crypt is now empty, but it did belong to people that lived in Bryn, and their bodies were moved due to the fear of people messing with it, or, you know, just trying to destroy the crypt or whatever. It's kind of hidden from plain view. Even when you walk up onto it, it just looks like a little hill. But then when you walk around the other side of it, you can see the opening. And I can put a link to that in the description if you wanted to see, or you could just search through my videos for one that says burial crypt. There'll be two of them. It's the shorter of the two. But that was a little while ago too. At least a couple of years. Somewhere in there. in the last video I made, which was a couple of weeks ago actually, but that video where I went to the site of the train wreck in Bryn, Athyn, man, I have to say, you guys are beyond awesome. That video is now the highest viewed video on my channel with over 12,000 views. That is phenomenal to me. That is awesome. Now I know other YouTubers, you know, that's a low number for them, but like for me, that's a big deal. And I want to thank you guys for watching that. I want to thank everybody that commented in it and that have subscribed because of that video. So welcome to the channel for all of you who just joined. And that was a fun video. In hindsight, when I was making it, it was a lot of walking, a lot more than I anticipated. But was still, all in all, I don't want to say a fun video, but an interesting video to be able to see that history. And if you've not yet seen it, you can go back and check it out. It's the video right before this one. I think it's called the 1921 Bryn Athyn train wreck, or a train wreck in Bryn Athyn, Montgomery County. A lot of comments on that one, not only on YouTube but in person. So I appreciate all those comments and the support that everybody gives. As I've said multiple times, you guys are beyond awesome. And if you are new to the channel, I encourage you to go back and check out the other videos I had. Just kind of scroll through the list, see if any seem interesting to you. I have quite a few different videos from a lot of different places, and most of them local to Lower Bucks County and Northeast Philly. But there's a lot of history there that people don't even know about. And it was fun hunting it down and getting suggestions from people. I'm always up for suggestions, so if you know the area, feel free to put in a comment with a suggestion, or you could send it to my This Is Tom's World on Facebook. The link for that is also in the description at the bottom. And there is a lot more to these woods than just what we've seen here. It's just a lot of it is just what you see right here, you know, just a lot of trees and little hills of dirt and stuff like that. So, you know, feel free to come here and walk around during the park hours, which are pretty much from like 7 or 8 a.m. until sunset. It's a peaceful place to take walks, most definitely. And when you're here, you know, keep things in mind, just like any other park, you know, but always look at where you're walking, because there could be groundhog holes, there could be roots sticking up, or you could come across something like this little vine sticking to the side of the tree. You see those hairs coming off of it. I've come to realize that this is what they call mature poison ivy, or if this is not it, it looks a lot like it. So pretty much if you see vines with hairs coming off them, you're best to just err on the safe side and not touch them, because mature poison ivy will get you far worse than just the regular plant. And I know that also from trial and error in my life. We had a bunch of them growing on our fence in the backyard when I was younger. And I also exposed myself to poison oak as well at the same time. My arms were covered in itchy bumps, and it took a while for it to go away until I finally got the little Z pack that they give you. That was a relief. It definitely was. So, you know, just a little tip from Tom's World. So thank you for coming on yet another adventure, albeit one we've had before, but it's still always awesome to come down here for me. Very reminiscent of years past, and I do love seeing how the terrain changes. Not happy about the trash, of course, but we're not going to talk anymore about that. So yeah, hopefully you like this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to put anything down in the comments, any questions you might have, any suggestions of new places to check out. I'm always up for new places. And if this is your first time here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified when I upload new videos or when I go live, which is usually about once a week. I try to do it on Mondays, if not on Tuesdays. And it's just a hangout where we can all talk and maybe just talk about the day, talk about new places to check out, questions about videos or anything like that. So make sure you check those out as well. And the link for my merch shop is down in the description here. Feel free to click on that, check out the different stuff I have, get yourself some Tom's World gear. And yeah, I guess I'm out of here. So I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.